I want to talk today about your business mechanics and your sales funnel. Beautiful picture here today from Central Park, and going and looking at Central Park South, which is right across Sheep Meadow right here. Little does most people know that during the Depression, this whole section here was nothing but slums and makeshift shanties and so on. And you know, look how it's transformed. Things come up and things go down in your business all the time. But you have to be able to use a sales funnel to be able to build your business. Now, what do I mean by that? Is you have to constantly be putting prospects, right, into your sifting sorting mechanism, which may be your lead capture page system, your live conference calls, your webinars, your auto webinar system, anything like that, so that this way that starts to weeding the uninterested people out and start weeding in the interested people, right? So during that process, you have to have enough people going into it so you have enough people coming out. If you start with 5 people going into it, that may sift out all 5 people. It may keep 5 people, but generally speaking, because of the numbers, you're probably going to sift out 5 people. So you have to have enough numbers going into your sales funnel so that this way you have enough numbers coming out. And how do you do that? Well, you start using a lot of different sales techniques, a lot of different systems, and I like to use a lot of automated systems, or at least partially automated systems. Phone broadcasting, lead scraping to scrape up leads off the internet, auto webinar system, predictive dialer systems. And if you're not familiar with what a predictive dialer is, it's where you're putting in your leads into a dialer system, but you're only dialing 2 or 3 people at a time because you physically want to talk to them, versus a phone broadcaster where you want to blast out to hundreds and thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, and send them to a voicemail, and then you call them up afterwards. A great predictive dialer is hyperdialer.com, H-Y-P-E-R, dialer.com. And they have a free trial on there for 5 hours. You can give it a try. It'll really save you about 30% of your call time following up with people and so on. So you're putting people into your funnel, and that could also be postcards, it could be advertising, it could be sizzle cards, or one of many different ways to build your business. Now, you have to have all of those things going. Now, if you're getting started and you just can't do all of them in one shot, I understand that. Maybe do it one step at a time, one bite at a time, so that this way you can, feel your way through it. But once you start getting the hang of all those different systems, you have many of those running at the same time, and then your posture goes up, because when you're talking to people, you have so many people to call and so many people to get back to that if somebody says no, it's no big deal. But if you only have 3 or 4 people to call, well, your posture is totally different because you don't have that many people to go through. So that's a big thing. When you're calling people and you have a lot of people to contact, then your posture is going to go way up. Now, the other thing also is integrating automation with your personal touch. Now, I said call people back. I didn't say just have them go through the system and say, okay, whatever sticks, sticks, and let somebody sign up who signs up. If that's your goal to do that, fine, but you have to understand that the further away you get from belly-to-belly contact, the more you have to compensate with numbers. So I suggest sorting and sifting as much as possible, and then calling them up and giving them the human touch, and you get a much higher close ratio if you're doing that and people signing up into your business. And just remember also, these people said, hey, tell me more, I'm interested, right? So you shouldn't have any hesitation to contact them. And if you have to do a 3-way call, fine. Do a 3-way call with your upline or sponsor, someone you can relate to that's willing to do that. All right, so that's important. And I just telling you through experience that I have a much, much better ratio of people joining my business if I call them up after they fill out a lead capture page form or something of that nature. So use that system, that funnel system, and get enough people through the system so this way you can build your business, because let's face it, it's easier to build it fast than slow. All right, guys, have yourself a great day. Bye for now.